I got out of prison, but what I did will affect me for the rest of my life. I've realized my purpose in life is to help people. If you don't pull it together the way that you are, the way that you look, this is where you're going to end up. I left Sam McBride behind sometime when I started playing music. I found another group of disaffected youth that were just like me. Because speed was the drug of choice in the punk rock scene, I went straight from smoking weed to shooting speed. But ultimately, I wanted to become a heroin addict. I found my home. Fang's initial success came about through our first record, Land Shark, and we were actually #1, which we were shocked about, and suddenly we were getting some recognition.
Dixie Carney grew up in Roanoke, Virginia. Like most other girls, she had a mother who loved her dearly and a life that should have been full of promise. But somewhere it went tragically wrong for Dixie.
I found out she had hooked up with my best customer and they were taking my business and moving to Texas. When I got to the door and opened the door, I saw him coming out of my bedroom. I just went up to her and grabbed her by the throat. I crushed her neck. I killed her. How do you hurt someone you love so much? I'll never be able to understand that. I was sitting in prison before I really started dealing with it. I paid my debt to society in that I did the time that was given to me. People do commit crimes and they do get out of prison. After losing everything, I realized that I had to do something different. And what I'm trying to do is help people turn their lives around. I have a purpose in life, and I try and do that in many ways by working with another addict and by trying to be there for the addict who still suffers. I've known Rosie for a long time. I watched her dive downhill. Her mother finally called me, try and get her into rehab and see if there was some willingness. Hey.
What are you doing here?
Your mom called. You're strung out again.
You got a cigarette?
I came here to take you to rehab.
Fucking 28 days later, I'm released, then what?
You've got to start somewhere. We can do this together.
The drugs don't ever go away. I didn't care enough about myself to try to change anything. Sammy makes a good counselor because seeing someone who can recover means something, you know? I'm not gonna listen to someone unless I know that they've really been there. There is hope. The only thing you have to change is everything.
I had known Susie from the music scene. We were married when I was in Solano prison. 18 months before I paroled, Susie became pregnant with Ruby. I got a phone call from Ruby saying, Mom threw me out and I need to come live with you.
I told him, you need to come pick me up.
Her and her mother had really started butting heads.
We started fighting a lot more.
The reality of it set in. It was terrifying. I'm gonna have this teenage daughter living with me now.
It's a pretty healthy relationship.
I told Ruby when she came, I don't know how to do this. You don't know how to live with me. But it opened up a part of my heart that I didn't know existed.
Dad, I'm gonna go meet up with Malika and Shattuck. I don't know what to
Whoa. You can't walk around dressed like that.
It's a skirt.
I don't want to hear it. Go change your
have my
clothes.
phone on.
Go change your clothes.
My mom wants me.
It's a day-to-day challenge.
I kind of worry about relapsing. It's unhealthy for him to hang out with certain people.
I know what happens when you make a wrong turn. Guillermo, I feel like I gotta drop out of school. My 14-year-old daughter's coming to live with me.
You have to really reconsider.
I'm afraid that I'm not gonna be able to put food on the table.
How do you expect to be that strong role model for your daughter when you're not accomplishing something that's going to put you in a better position to be that role model for her?
When a person gets clean, the struggle is to just not use. That is the beginning of the journey. You start to work with other addicts and alcoholics to help. I couldn't imagine not showing up for those guys. All right. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. This is my story. It's a story about drugs, sex, and rock and roll. It's a story about horrible crimes. It's about being on the inside and being out. It's about a life in transition, a life in search of redemption. It's about paying a price. It's about re-entering society, or at least trying. It's about helping others and about second chances. This is my story. This is Sammytown. So what's wrong? All right, I'll be right there.